The outline of the IELTS speaking test section allows you to have 11 to 14 minutes to complete and is designed to test how well you use the English language in the academic sense or in the general sense of conversation. You will have a conversation in real time with a certified examiner. The examiner will also record your responses. This section contains the following three parts. In part 1, the examiner will ask you a personal type question where there is no right or wrong answer in how you respond. In part 2, you will be asked to read a topic card and then talk about the topic, answering guided questions given on the card. In part 3, the examiner will ask more questions based on the topic introduced in part 2. Outline of the IELTS Part 1 speaking task. In this part, you will be asked to answer on familiar topics such as home, family, work, hobbies, or interests. Sample questions will ask you to describe places, family, work, hobbies, or interests in the general sense. An example type question may be, what's the most interesting part of your city, town, or village? Possible responses could include information on the history, culture, or food in your city, town, or village. This part of the test will last for between 4 to 5 minutes. Recipes for learning. Remember, speak about an experience that stands out to you about your familiar topic. Speak from the mind and heart. Don't use a formulaic answer. Your response should engage the examiner to want to know more. Outline of the IELTS Part 2 speaking task. In this part of the test, you will be asked to read a card with a particular topic question which will include key points that you should talk about. A sample question may ask you to describe something you own that is very important to you. You will also find on the card a list of ways to respond. For example, a question may be where you got it from. You will be given 1 minute to prepare your answer using provided pencil and paper to make notes. You will speak for 1 to 2 minutes and then the examiner will ask you a follow-up question. This part will take between 3 to 4 minutes in total. Recipe for learning. Remember, relate the questions given on the card to the topic. Avoid using a formulaic answer. Your response should engage the examiner to want to know more. Outline of the IELTS Part 3 speaking task. In Part 3 of the test, it will be more of a two-way discussion between you and the examiner and may be connected to the topic presented in Part 2. Sample questions may include, what kind of things give status to people in your country? Possible answers may be individual career choice, family connections, or family wealth. This part of the test will last between 4 to 5 minutes. Remember, recipe for learning. Think of how you will answer the question about that topic. Be sure to answer as many of the 5 W's, who, what, where, when, and why, when responding to questions. Your response should engage the examiner to want to know more. For more on the IELTS speaking tasks, refer to the websites listed below. For the IELTS speaking task, we have a look at the band descriptors. There are 4 categories that determine your band score: fluency and coherence, lexical resource, grammatical range and accuracy, and pronunciation. For fluency and coherence, it's simply put that you are speaking in a manner that is easy to understand and clear and concise in speaking. For the lexical resources is that your sentences are grammatically correct and you're using your vocabulary correctly. For grammatical range and accuracy simply means that you are using a wide variety of sentence structures in your response. Your pronunciation means that you did not have difficulty in sounding out the words. In understanding the IELTS speaking section, there are 5 points that we need to consider. Examiners will score you based on your overall performance, so don't worry about little mistakes that can detract your thinking. Remember to be clear, concise, organized, well-paced, and easy to understand. Of course, be clear and concise and to the point so that you don't lose focus on what you're trying to say. Number 3, do not rush your answers. Pause to think and form your responses you normally would with friends or colleagues. Be authentic and honest in your answers. Do not respond thinking that you have to tell the examiner what he or she expects to hear. Point 5. Use a variety of sentences in your response, but do not use words that are overly complicated for you to say so that it will affect your pronunciation score. Tips for preparing for and taking the IELTS speaking test. Tip number 1. Monitor your speaking comfort level. Do you speak too fast? Too slow? Do you take too many pauses? Tip number 2. Remember to be you. Don't lie when it comes to personal experience. Just be honest. Remember, if you are honest, you don't have to have a good memory. Tip number 3. Stay calm. It can become easy to get nervous speaking to a person you know is scoring you on how you speak. Instead, however, focus on how good you are at staying on task and getting to the point when answering questions. I hope you enjoyed this discussion on the IELTS speaking task, and please remember to share, like, and subscribe to EduKitchen Recipe for Learnings for more videos on the IELTS speaking exam.